Hello and welcome back to the Deeper You Dig. We've gone live. I hope we're live. We'll see. Let's get the Yeti going first. We've got protocols on this allotment. We've got to go with the Yeti. Oh, Nescaf. Fully caffeinated. Right. On this channel, we talk about allotments. And initially, on this channel, we didn't do any growing. And I had lots of people complain to me that you're not growing anything. So, let's turn that around. I'm going to get you off the old tripod now and I'm going to do a little tour. Put the Yeti down. I must remember to unplug the right bit of the tripod, otherwise everything will go pear-shaped. Right, there I am. Mad gardener. Right, what have we got growing? Let's do the old turn me around. Right, so quick update on what we've got growing. We've got some sunflowers which need a better home really. This is probably the state of most people's polytunnels. You've got the messy end. This is my messy end. And then if we pan around to the right, oh, there's a plane. We have got in here a cucumber. And then we've got mini me cucumber. And then we've got probably mummy cucumber. And then at the end, we've got various assortments of cucumbers. We've got a sweet pepper, and then if we pan around, oh, panned around too far, we've got some courgettes, I think. It might be a cucumber. This is the beauty of having a lot when you never know what you're going to grow. I'm sure they're cucumbers. Oh, courgettes. And then we've got more stuff down here. And then if we spin around, oh, there's you and me. We have got something rather special this time. We've got a watermelon. I can't even talk myself. And then in the sky, we've got a helicopter going somewhere. I can't see it, I can definitely hear it. So that's what's in the polytunnel. Let me spin around. Me back around here, that's all good. Let's have a sip of the old Yeti. Actually, I do need to finish my supplements. I'm trying something new at the moment. This has got 15 of the essential supplements that you need. Apparently, I will let you know if I turn into a spring chicken or anything like that. So I'm going to continue slurping on that, which is going to annoy lots of people. Put a note in the comments if I'm slurping too much. I have a history actually. Let's have a chat about this. An apology to somebody in the audience of my slurping. The Yeti causes a lot of slurpage. So if you buy a Yeti, be aware of that. What have we got out here? That's me. We've got the apple trees are doing well. And in the corner, over there, we've actually got a Bramley apple tree, I think. But I don't actually know because when I planted it, it was a Golden Delicious. But I don't think it is. So I think where I bought it from, put the wrong label on it. That one in the foreground is definitely a Bramley apple. And you would probably say there's not enough room for the apple to grow, but we'll deal with it. If we span around, over here, there's another plane. What's going on? Helicopter, I mean. Must be some flight school going on. Right, and then we've got the pear tree over there. doing well. Bit of perage there. And then we've got the 2 apple trees, a catty and something else, and then weeds. Let's have a talk about weeds. When you're on an allotment, it's very difficult to keep the weeds down, especially if an allotment like this has been mistreated, mishandled for decades. So essentially the root system of these weeds is very good. You can beat it, but that requires a lot of chemicals and labour. So I'm just letting it be for now, but I will have to start trying to dig out some of these roots because they go down, especially bindweed. This stuff goes down, I don't know, 2 metres, something like that, 7 foot, a long way down. And apparently you can combat it, but I think the only way is pesticides. We're almost getting to the bottom of this. Turn YouTube on a Sunday morning and you get a man drinking out of his flask. That's just, well, what's the modern day come to? Don't worry, I'll get the Yeti out in a minute. Right, let's check the old comments. Yeah, nobody loves me yet. Right, let's have a little look what's going down here. I'm going to swivel you round like that, and then I'm going to swivel the camera around like that, and we're going to go for a walk like that. So yeah, lots of comments saying that I don't actually grow anything. Well, I'd like to prove them wrong at this point. Now, where can I put the camera? Oh yeah, let's put the camera up there. We'll put your camera up there, right. And then, without a cameraman, it's quite challenging, but we can do it. Yes, we can do it. So, what have we got? Nope. Let's do it properly, shall we? It's not very helpful if you can't see yourself. That's better. Right, so we have got an assortment of runner beans over here. We've got some French beans in here. And if you watched one of the earlier videos on this channel, you would notice that we planted some onions in this bed. That was before I got evicted from the shopping centre trying to be Santa Claus. Who in their right mind would be Santa Claus? That's an absolutely brilliant video. If you've got time, put it on and you can see me walking around as Santa Claus. Yeah, more weeds, French beans, runner beans, and on this side we have got the sunflowers. I don't know if you can see those. Let's tilt you down. Wee. Come on, let's go down. There we go, we've got some sunflowers. I planted those myself with my own hands. We'll get onto that bit later. And then we've got some more runner beans. And in here somewhere, we have got squash somewhere, and they will grow up. We've got the old climbing frame. Not for me to climb on, of course, because it will collapse. Let's span everyone around this way. Right, let's see. Got some trees growing. They've had a bit of frostage there. We've got some runner beans growing up. This is the old catwalk. So they're going to be in the catwalk. We've got a bit of a birdie having a poo-poo on my runner beans. Not very appreciative of that. And then down the end, if I walk too far, you're not going to be able to see me. So I'm going to get the cameraman, that's me, to move the camera this way. Morning! Right, we have got more courgettes. They're doing very well. And we got some lazy black-eyed Susans over there. They are very lazy, I'll give you that. Very lazy. Oh, my battery level is at 11%. That's bad news, isn't it? See how we get on. Right, and then, so we got some Oh, you can't see anything, can you? We've got the courgettes over here, pumpkin over there. I think she's actually starting to sprout. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. Let's get in the bed. Actually, I'll take you off tripod. I can't get the tripod off. Right, let's then turn you around. Down we go. Look at that. Oh yes. Pumpkins. Oh, Pumpkin City coming along. Absolutely fabulous. That's all you need, isn't it? Oh, that was just a massive beard in your face then. Right. Let's go back this way. Right, and we've got some... Let's have a little sit down. Have a little sit down. It's been an hard week. Right. So we've got some sunflowers. Now, what I did last year, when the sunflowers were done, I basically sprinkled the heads into the front two beds here to let nature take its course. And essentially, these sunflowers are more healthier and vibrant than the two sunflowers down that end that you probably can't even see. And the ones at the beginning of the video, you had the lonelies that need to go in the ground. So personally, I've had more success with nature taking its own course growing sunflowers and growing them myself. So top tip, if you've got a bed that's spare, just sprinkle some heads in, like seeds in. I think I did it probably October-ish. Put them in the bed, see what happens. They're not all going to grow, but some of them will. And then you need to just thin them out, and then you've got some wonderful sunflowers that are very low maintenance. What more could you want? Right, let's have a little look at the chickens, see what they're doing. Morning, Yoko. Actually, you should be able to see the chickens because that would be very good of me. Right, you're not allowed out because you know what will happen if you come out? You'll end up eating my vegetables. You can eat that. I'll let you eat that. Come on, have a little nibble on that. Yep. Hello. Right, we might have to be clever in a minute. Charge the microphone up. Alright, let's have a little break. Oh, he's only been going 10 minutes, he wants a break. Right, I need to go and get some power to the people because I've run out. How do you pause a live stream? Oh, here we go. Take a break. I'm gonna go. Remember to mute your mic. I can't mute my mic because my mic's off. So I'm gonna go 3 minutes and then I'm gonna dash the car, get a backup, and then hopefully everything will be fine. Oh. Sorry about that, folks. We had a bit of a flat battery, but we resolved the problem and we've gone back to the 60s with a cable, or the 80s, whatever decade you're in. Right, chickens, I need to open the door before you can retrieve it, all right? And this is the door you go through. Chickens are not very intelligent creatures at all. Right, you two, out. Out. See, the trouble with broody chickens is, or hens, because they're more hens than chickens, is that they will sit on an egg and expect something to happen. No, you're not allowed out. I've already told you that. You'd eat my vegetables. Broody hens are a bit awkward. Right, let's turn you back round. Yeah, broody hens are not what you need, because essentially what will happen is they will sit there all day and they won't eat. Which, as you can imagine you doing that, sitting there all day and not eating, you'd go hungry. I know they could probably go a while without any food, but the problem is, let's go back round this way because that's where I am and that's where you are. The problem is they won't drink, they won't eat, and they won't do anything useful. Isn't that right, chickens? So now you're out, so you're loving yourselves now, you're enjoying the time outside and all that. Right. There we go, put those down there. There's some in here I retrieved the other day which I need to take home again. Oh yeah, on that note, we do need to get a Yeti. So I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. I certainly am. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed already. Normally our videos are a bit more organised, but this is more of a live stream. See what's going on. The Yeti is back in hand. But yeah, I mean, I think in the previous live stream we did a kind of what have you been watching, what have you been reading section. We talked about a bit about AI, and then we stopped talking about AI because the whole world's going mad with AI. And then we talked about Project Hail Mary. Remember that? Great film, watch it. But this week I've been watching a bit of Clarkson's Farm. I don't know if you're into Clarkson's Farm. I'd encourage you to watch it. Very good. He's supporting British farming, is Jeremy Clarkson. And then we had a little clip from Caleb, and that made me think. He went to the NEC and he did a kind of TED Talk podcast, whatever you do, on the stage, and he was talking about how things are possible and have confidence in yourself, basically. So this kind of relates back to an allotment. Allotments are big projects depending on its size. So I think you just need to set reasonable goals for yourself so that you can meet them. So for example, I'm going to hypothetically get another allotment and I'm going to split that into maybe 6. All right, calm down. We're going to split that into 6 sections and then work at one of those sections and then slowly expand. Don't set yourself a mission to fix it overnight, because if it's like this, when I took this on, you're not going to fix it overnight. This is why lots of councils up and down the country have various rules and regulations, which some are very strict, and you wouldn't want to Yeah, they are very strict. So essentially, they're very fussy on weeds and all that sort of stuff. For very good reason, because essentially it takes a very, very long time to get allotment back into a reasonable fruit producing, vegetable producing environment. If you leave the soil to get full of weeds, then, sorry, I was just watching that chicken have a bit of a poo there. Hey, calm down. There's no scrapping in the allotment. That's not allowed. Honestly, they're like children. I had a question from the audience at some point. Let's see if I can find it. There is a lot of questions. So let me see if I can find them on my phone. Probably won't be able to, because this is how the demo gods work. You can never find anything that you want. But anyway, I did have a question. I've chopped my head off. See, there we go. Let me see if I can put you up a bit. I did have a question about... God, they stink. Flippin' heck. Oh, that's disgusting. Could have waited. Sorry about that. We had a question about polytunnels. So, let's have a chat over there. I'm going to have to carry the old tripod this way. And the Yeti, of course. Oh, getting stuck on a weed there. Let's put you... I'm going to stick you here. Oh, as long as you don't fall over. So we had a question about polytunnels. One of my subscribers asked me, what do you think about polytunnels? So, let's have a chat. So there's multiple options with polytunnels. You can go with a greenhouse, which isn't necessarily polytunnel, but is a sheltered space that the sun can get into. You can go with a cheap one from Tesco's or whichever shop you go in, £100. You can get them online, and it'll say you can have 5 meters of polytunnel for 50 quid or 200 quid or whatever. And you go, yeah, massive 5 meters. Or you can go with one like this. So why would not get one? They're basically green. The ones you buy in the supermarket or on eBay cheap. You basically have to buy them 3 times or more, because when Storm Karen comes along, she will uplift it out the ground, she won't fold it back up for you, and she will blow it as far as possible, and then you'll come back and then you'll wonder where your polytunnel's gone, and then you'll end up buying another polytunnel, and then it basically repeats itself, and then you decide to anchor it down, and then the fabric splits. So yeah, anyway, enough about that. What I've got here is a proper polytunnel. These are the ones that they use in agricultural farms, albeit a smaller version. It's UV protected plastic sheet, whatever you call it. I'm sure there's a technical name for it. It's got sliding doors. What more do you want? This thing is anchored that deep in the ground. The sheet is also buried in the ground. It's anchored with plastic rails, so the sheet isn't going to come loose. When I put it up, probably 8-9 years ago, it's still drum tight. So essentially these polytunnels need to be like a drum. It's coming a bit loose now, but essentially when it was up originally, it was drumming. Did a bit of bass as well. You can choose whether you go wide doors, small doors, middle doors. You can get raised bed benches in here. There's various support struts in here. Let's have a little look inside of here. What have we got? So we got these support beams on the side, very useful. So that stops the bottom and top coming loose. You've got the old support beams in the middle. You could probably hang off one of those if you wanted. Yeah, I'm a bit heavy for that, but yeah, you can hang on those. We've got irrigation plumbed into it. The old irrigation. What more could you want? Yeah. So how do I water it? It's timed. So at the moment it's off because my laptop's on the floor and I don't want to get wet. but it comes on twice a day, 7 a.m. Oh, you're a bit wonky there. 7 a.m. which is great. So in the morning, 7 o'clock, it does a quick wee wee in here. I think it's about 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then keeps everything moist for the day. And then at 7 p.m, it does the same thing. Yeah. But when the plants get a bit bigger, it's better to use a leaky hose. You can't see me again, I'm gonna have to raise you up. Raise me up. There you go, let's get a bit of footage. I'm just making, you're probably looking at the sky now, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having a look at the sky. There you go, raise you up. Right, can you see my head? There you go, see my head now. If you can't see the hat, then bad news. So yeah, twice a day this gets a good soak in, and then when it's really hot like it was last week, I do hope you wore your sun protection last week because it was extremely warm. I'll come in here with a watering can, give it a little sprinkle, because the soil in here is not great and it's not very good for water retention, unfortunately. And a weed! Right, let's sort that out whilst I'm still talking to you. Now, this is the problem with bindweed. You've constantly got to come in here and dig it out. It's the most annoying thing on the planet. I'm sorry about that. ChatGPT, I wasn't talking to you, but still. You can be annoying. That's the trouble with these phones. Every time you lean over, it puts on the activate button, and just really annoying. I was in here the other day actually, and I did the same thing. Pulled out all this, because if you don't keep it under control, the old bindweed, it will strangle absolutely everything. Right, I got a job to do in a minute. I need to do some watering myself. So we're going to go for a little stroll, hopefully, if it all works out. Come with me. I need to do some watering. Do-we-do, 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 do-do-do. This is the theme tune of me walking and trying to provide a little bit of entertainment. I'm not going to sing Let Me Entertain You, because you would. Right, oh, every time I come up here I trip over that. Right, let's switch you round. There we go. Right, we need to put that in there. Ugh. Right, I haven't got a tripod with me, so I'm going to have to be ambidextrous. I'm not very good at ambidextrous. Right, there we go. Right, so this is sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical issue there. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but everything went stopped. Anyway, that's life. Where were we? So yeah, essentially what I was saying was, having an allotment is great because you can have allotment peers or neighbours or friends or whatever you call them in your little site. And if one goes on holiday or away in a plane in the sky, you can help them out and do a bit of watering. So that's what I just did. Absolutely fantastic. And I must admit, I do have a bit of tomato envy. Because look at the state of my tomatoes. Look at that. Look at them. Sorry, state of tomatoes. I mean, the stinging nails are bigger than my tomatoes. What's that? Yeah, so obviously my soil isn't good enough, and obviously my neighbour in the plot next to me is able to grow better tomatoes than me, and I can handle that. I mean, he's got more experience than me. He's definitely leading the way on how to grow a tomato, because I just plant stuff and see what happens. I need to get more nutrients in this soil. I mean, that one down the end, that one down there, I mean, I planted it. It was fine in the plot, in the pot. I mean, in the plot, it's probably not fine, but it was fine. The minute I took it out of the pot, his roots went, ugh, and then look what happened. So yeah, on an allotment is a bit of an experiment, but you got to grow. You got to go with it. I mean, it takes years to get good at this sort of stuff, but outside I'm good. I've put loads and loads of compost in this ground. But yeah, allotments are not cheap experiments or low cost, because you've got to keep throwing loads and loads and loads of stuff at it. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? Should we have a look at the old comments while we're here? Things are growing. Yep, he's back. Guess who's back? What's the time? Even my watch is going flat. Everything's going flat today. Fantastic. Right. So, thanks for watching the Deeper You Dig. I'm sorry it's been a bit AWOL today with batteries running flat and everything else. I promise next time to charge, because it's very important when you're doing a live stream to ensure that everything is charged up. However, they weren't, and obviously they leaked power whilst it was off. So let's charge next time. And further to my comment about Caleb we mentioned earlier, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Get an allotment if you want to. Get yourself some targets. What are you going to grow this year? What are you going to grow next year? Don't get yourself stressed out. It's supposed to be fun. Allotments are fun. If you add a level of stress to it, they're not fun. So yeah, it does what it wants. I mean, that little sorry tomato plant in the corner, it'll just get replaced with bindweed. What more could you want? And then I've got some weedage at the back which I do need to sort out, but that's another day. There's a thin strip that goes all the way along the back of my plot, and I can't really do much with it because it's right near the fence and it's quite steep. So yeah, I'll let it be. It's fine there at the moment. I mean, it's got stinging nettles and some very nice leaves here, just in case I need to soothe my stings. Yeah, very nice out there actually. Oh, and there's a tap. Fantastic. Right, thanks for watching the Deeper You Dig. Let me know if you want me to cover anything in future live streams, or if they're entertaining or if they're just boring. I mean, I try to be entertaining, but yeah, if you like this content, let me know. Today was a bit dry. I woke up with a banging headache. It was playing the old drum and bass in my head this morning. So yeah, not full of energy myself, but this is the thing. Allotments are there, so you can go, disappear, have a chill out. So yeah, on that note, thanks for watching the Deeper You Dig, and we will see you in the next one. And this is a cue for me to stop the live stream, otherwise we'll end up having the whole rigmarole we had last time. Right, let's go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I think 50% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet, so it would be amazing if you would subscribe. I know this outtake isn't the best of my bum, but there we go. Thanks for watching.